I know you're good friends with Kanye West. Should we have love for Donald Trump, and do you agree that slavery was a choice?
I think it's very clear that there's an imbalance, and I don't think people should take advantage of the imbalance just to, bring awareness to their platforms.
Could you be more clear on the imbalance? Imbalance where was between?
He's already said he's bipolar. So when you give a bipolar man a mic, I don't know what you expect. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's fair. He said it on television, like he's on meds. So what else is there to talk about as it relates to it? I think it's messed up to fuck with a sick man.
Yeah.
So it's funny, like, the press, if they know someone's going to say something stupid, they quick to pass them a mic and put a camera on them and everybody talk about it. But they not so fast to do that when they know someone's going to say something smart, because ain't nobody throwing me a mic. You don't see them running around like, oh, Damon got a diabetes network. Oh, Damon got a movie studio. He got 3 movies. He's an independent movie studio on his own. He got a streaming service. But let me not pay a bill. Or let me go to court. You understand? And then y'all rock with that, man. And that's how y'all empower people, or give people with negativity a platform to be contagious. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the problem is.
Now, speaking of that, Jay-Z has been subpoenaed to court for the sale of Rocawear. Have you heard about this, and do you know of any issues with the sale of Rocawear to Iconics?
I know my business had mad issues. So, yeah, it was funky over there. So, that whole shit is going to be, I'm curious to see it. I'm observe it. But I remember back then I was like, I can't wait to see who ends up holding this bag. But, for me on a personal level, it's entertaining because I feel like, there was some real injustices done with me over there. Sure. I can say this is the year of I told you so. Because I can say everybody I've been bombing on for the last 15 years, and because it wasn't popular, everybody was standing away from me. Now that it's popular, all those people I was talking about now are now getting exactly what they deserve. So I've been saying this shit for 15 years, and y'all was bombing on me for it. Now I'm a hero. I saw the Titanic, I saw the iceberg, and nobody saw it. I was like, y'all bugging.
I know like you said, this is the year of the I told you so. So did you foresee money issues with Rocawear when you left?
You got to remember with Rocawear, we put it on the market a lot of times because the first time we put it on the market, Jay made an announcement that he was only doing Sean Carter, so that devalued the brand and we couldn't sell it. When you put a company on the market and it doesn't sell, it devalues the company. So we did it again, and these announcements kept killing the company. And I was like, I'm selling my interest in this shit because y'all keep fucking it up, because I knew Rocawear was a temporary existence, and they just didn't see that. And they were upset that I was taking our profit and putting it into other businesses. And I was like, yo, I mean, what we going to do? This shit is going down. This is as good as a rap record, And then when the company went that one more time and didn't sell, I said, I'm out. I tried to sell it one more time, and they fucked it up in the due diligence, and I said, I'm out. So if they're getting if the hood is being looked under, I'm curious to see what they find. Because you got to remember, and there was a time when Jay had no parts of Rocawear. He wouldn't show up. That's why I was in the ads. And the minute we sold, I wasn't a part of it. All of a sudden, he was in the ads. So one could look at that as devaluing a company intentionally. And, I could have done that, but I just didn't. You understand? But it's right there. You could look at it. The history shows it. Just look at it. Like before Dame had it, before I left, I was in everything, only because he would not show up. But then the minute I left, he was pumping it up. I mean, I don't get it. He already made an announcement that he wasn't going to do Rocawear. It was that Stock Carter, but all of a sudden he was back Rocawear. It was that Stock Carter when I was around, but once I got my interest at a low part, that kind of thing. But that's just business. And if it wasn't friendship involved, I would have handled it different. The deal was they bought the company, but Rocawear had to give them a bunch of money for licensing, so they still stayed on for licensing. So if you give somebody $200 million, but you tell them, yo, you got to give me $40 million a year for the next 5 years, and that company's not making $40 million no more, then, where's that money? There's a deficit there. So I always wondered what was going to happen because I knew shit was going to go sideways because I wasn't running it anymore. If you look at the numbers of Rocawear, from the second I left, this shit went down. So, it took about 7 years to see the impact of me leaving, but every year from there, it went down. And I knew that was going to happen because I was running this shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, there's no way that they'll be able to run this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So they had to sell it. Just like, so look at Rockefeller. After I left it, there is no more Rockefeller. I knew that. You know what I mean? I was like, after I leave, there ain't going to be no more Rockefeller. So forget that. And that's what happened. So, yeah, I'm curious to see how that unfolds.
Yeah, there's a reason he's avoiding going, showing up for these court dates.
Sounds like some Donald Trump shit to me.
Yeah. Is there any rap artist out today that you would approve of your daughter dating?
No rap artist. Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Would you approve of your daughter getting with a guy that's going to be on the road for 200 days out the year, a young guy?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's why I got out of the rap business. My daughters. That's why I got out of the rap business. I didn't want my daughters around a bunch of rappers. This is Dame Dash, and you listen to Something Smart on the Domenick Natty Show.